the home of the Bills since way back in 1973. There's a look at Bills Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Lock. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
To number 19.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Brandon McManus lining up for the...
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 20.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's go one more. Mike 51, Mike 51. All day, dog. SOS. That's 10. SOS. Show it up. Check 3. Check 26.
Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
56.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, it's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out quickly to Judy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56.
Block now to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way. To the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Bills nothing.
Here's Locke. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Bills nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll drop here to throw. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Switch. Watch, twitch. 56. Shift. Under 10. Under 10. All 52. Check out, please. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, it's Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Check 4, check 4. Kill.
On play action, Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 20.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Locking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On the carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 76 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Middle. Shit. Hey, tight.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 14.
Rip left. Kill. Slam. 56.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Let's go, D.
To throw it is Locke. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Everson Griffin. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
The 20. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 11. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get wide. Switch.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Operating from the gun. Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 37. Check 37.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
No. Back. Regular.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
51's the Mike, boy. 51. Watch the run. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 5 wide.
From midfield, here's Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The quarterback taking
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Safety's creeping. Tight dog. Alert.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 57 to Mike. Hey, tight. Watch twist. Watch the edge. Peek in.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Locke trying again after the pick six. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tell me what you got. What you got? Middle. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a gain of 13 yards. Leads to third down and 5.
On third down, here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
35-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
To the air, Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35.
That's good.
A big play here for the Bills. 58 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57, Mike, 57. Rip right. Check 31, check 31. Check. Fresno.
Allen going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Get in the weight room. Pick that.
On play action, Allen. And that will be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
7-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey,
Now Allen again. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really...
And that's caught inside the 35.
Pass some of this.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
On the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Allen will try again on second down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, it's no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for the Broncos, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the...
Hello? Are you okay? Oh, someone was streaming against us? Jesus fuck, finally. Yo, you're 83 overall, Yr3Wk. What are you doing?